Star Wars Rebels Season 4 is finally here, and what a way to start the season off. I'm really excited about this season, so let's get straight into the recap for Episode 1 and 2, Heroes of Mandalore. We start off with Sabine, Ezra, and the Ghost Crew along with Clan Wren and Fenrir's soldiers trying to rescue Sabine's father, Alric Wren, from the Empire. Sabine rallies the troops with a resounding cry. She raises the Darksaber in hand. I didn't think the episode would start off with such a bang. I mean, I guess it's the final season and all, and we're in for a lot. Ezra obviously isn't used to the jetpack yet. As they encounter some heavy resistance, they are reinforced by, dare I say, clan cries. So are they retconning it cries? Or has it always been Kryze? Because I remember them saying it was Satine Kryze in Clone Wars, right? Or am I just going crazy and I've been saying it wrong this whole time? In any case, Bo-Katan comes to save the day, and this scene has me super jazzed. Fenrir introduces Bo-Katan of Clan Kryze, and even goes as far as to speak about her sister Satine, who was once the ruler of Mandalore as Duchess, which is quite appropriate considering what they have to deal with later on. So they learn that Sabine's father is to be executed publicly, and so the plan changes to an intercept and rescue operation. So I've been saying it for the longest time now, and I continue to say it. Sabine is my absolute favorite in the series. She just kicks ass as they initiate their assault on the convoy. Ezra makes it to her father. As the show sprinkles in a little bit of fan service, he totally misinterprets Ulrich's statement and completely goes on tilt, trying to deny he and Sabine are together. It's not what he meant, Ezra. There's an awkward standoff between Sabine and her father, but ultimately it turns into a happy reunion, until the Empire deploys a weapon called the Duchess, as I alluded to earlier. Turns out that the weapon Duchess was actually designed by Sabine. After finding out that her mother and brother survived the attack, they are further attacked. And we get to see some pretty badass moves here from Bo-Katan, which I have to say, in all honesty, her presence alone and the connections that she has with Satine and Clone Wars just warms my soul. We learn from a demonstration that Saxon displays for Thrawn that the weapon is a targeted conductive arc generator that targets Mandalorian armor specifically. This has got to be some sort of Stormcaller tank. Thrawn makes it apparent here that Sabine Wren is going to be relentlessly targeted as they seek to complete the weapon to work at full potential and range. After discovering the weapon was of Sabine's designs, Bo-Katan quickly scolds Sabine, and they're even met with some hostility from the other clans. However, Bo-Katan defends her. The plan now? To destroy the weapon and all of its data. As they begin with their infiltration, they are soon discovered, most likely as planned by Saxon, as they all disperse to cover their parts of the plan. Kanan and Chopper successfully make it to the data core and expunge all the data related to the Duchess. However, Sabine and Bo-Katan run into a little snag, a trap set by Saxon as they are stunned by the Duchess. Saxon lets loose in his bravado and petty little monologue that his aim is to rule all of Mandalore, even if his own captain echoes a great concern that the weapon could easily be turned against all of Mandalore. He mentions Palpatine, so I'm assuming he's been corrupted by that twisted old silver tongue. Nonetheless, Sabine feigns cooperation and configures the Duchess to target all of the Imperial armor, and thus Saxon sets the weapon off on his own soldiers, allowing them to make for a quick getaway, and destroying not only the weapon, but the Star Destroyer it's on, making for one hell of a blow to the Empire. The episode ends with Sabine extending the leadership of Mandalore over to Bo-Katan, an appropriate choice considering her experience as well as her lineage and rightful place as ruler next to Satine. I guess the memory of Satine Kryze, that sounds so weird. I'm just gonna say it. I guess the memory of Satine Kryze now lives on in Bo-Katan. And I guess it's apropos that the weapon that fell her sister should be the instrument that unites all of Mandalore. So final thoughts on the episodes. It was a great start to the season. We got some great action. We got to see Sabine, Ezra, Kanan, and even Bo-Katan do some amazing things. They all kicked ass. Sabine is my favorite, so I always appreciate when they put her front and center in the episode. We got a little bit of fan service with Kanan and Hera, having one of those little romantic arguments, or not even an argument, just kind of like dropping hints here and there that, oh, I feel this way too, and Hera was just not having it. She was probably doing that on purpose to make Kanan feel like a jackass, but you know what? It worked. Mandalore finally has a Kryze ruling them again. It was a great episode. I loved every second of it, and It was a great start, and I'm pretty excited about what they've got in store for the rest of the season. Considering it's the final season, there's a lot to live up to. They have a lot to accomplish. There's a lot of story and loose ends to tie up before they can actually connect it to the cohesive universe. I say cohesive, arguably cohesive universe of the Star Wars franchise. And so where it goes from here, I'm excited for. How does this series end? How does it connect to the larger part of the universe? And what will we see next? I'm excited for Ahsoka Tano and seeing her story kind of finally come to a close, or at least get some closure on her story. So it was a great episode, great start of the season, and I can't wait for next week. And as always, we are one with the Force. The Force is with us.